Hello and welcome to episode 27 of The Formula. Today we're going to talk about something that's quite new to me, but is something that everyone should do. Webinars and how they build trust. Hey guys, welcome to episode 27 of The Formula with me again, Nick Boddington. I say me again, it's never going to be anyone else, is it? So last week we had something we're working towards which went really positively, which was a webinar. Now, I thought we'd talk about this on this episode because it's brought in a massive amount of trust into our business, like astonishing amount. So we decided to do a webinar on something that you know that I speak about a lot of, and that's to do with our email marketing and the response rates we get and the ROI we get from that, which is amazing. So I decided that I was going to actually present this through a webinar to people completely for free. There was no online course at the end of it for them to buy. Gave them a freebie of one of our emails, but I just wanted to talk them through for an hour about the things that we've talked about here and more, where it goes from your copy of how you write your email, then it goes to the click through to a landing page, and then it's the landing page submission, and then it's onto this. What I didn't delve into is, the after you get your free trial or whatever you're trying to get them to submit to, how you deal with the sales process, because it's completely another story altogether. But without divulging, the webinar has brought in a massive amount. At the moment, it hasn't brought in any business because a lot of the people that we're dealing with are our clients anyway. But if I explain to you, where my company is as it is. So we're a database company, we sell our databases. But it's always been on my mind, and no one else seems to do this in our area, is that a database is bought for sales and marketing purposes. Sales as in we sell it into a team of people that have sales, telesales, or on the road field sales, essentially people who need to call a company to cold call it. So that's why you buy your telephone numbers from someone like us. But as you know, email is massive nowadays. We sell a huge amount of emails for email marketing. So the problem we found is that when I spoke to a lot of the clients we have, they obviously know my background. So when they're speaking to one of our salespeople, they'll ask if they could speak to me, and I'm quite happy to do that. I will always do that with our clients. So I would have conversations with them of like, yeah, we've bought 3, 5, 10,000 records from you, but this is the sort of marketing we're doing. It hasn't really performed as well as I wanted it to. And when I divulge into it further, I find that there's so many different things that they could be doing better on that area. So they're investing their money in doing an email campaign. They're investing their money in buying data to actually have the people to email to, but they're not investing any time or money into the things that actually make that campaign work really well. And I find the problem is, and I was there, this time last year before we actually started really learning it. Well, I spent loads of time learning how to make emails work. I've now got mentors in that area just by going out and asking, and creating great relationships. The people that we're dealing with, and I was, like I just said, is you just write an email and you send it and you hope that it works, or you design an HTML email and you send it and you hope that it works. You can't do that. The inbox is just full of it. So I wanted to explain this, and I thought the best way, a lot of the ways that I've learned how to do things are through webinars. A lot of them go onto online courses, which no, I haven't purchased, but I got enough out of the webinar to actually think, yeah, it's answered a few questions that I had. So I wanted to do the same thing for our clients. So we spent some time thinking about the sort of emails. We didn't just send one email out saying we're doing a webinar on this particular date. I wrote 5 different emails which led up to the date. So an email 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If they didn't open email 1, then I'm hoping they'd look at email 2. If not, they'd look at email 3. If not, 4, 5, and so on. If they registered then for it, they would get another load of emails saying thank you for registering, and then it'd be a sort of a countdown email until the day, up until half an hour before the webinar, and then right as the webinar is starting to say it's starting now, get on it. If they didn't register, but they clicked, the other one was if they clicked through from our open, so the first email to present, this is what we're doing. If they clicked through but they didn't register for the email, they then went into another pot where I would just sort of send them a small email saying, I saw you didn't register, but you clicked the link. Was there a problem? Is there anything we can do? Would you like to? Was there a fault with your system? Whatever it might be. But either way, we got, this is our first one, we got 26 people from our client list to come onto the webinar, and we got 20 of those people actually came onto the webinar. And quite interesting, and this is just, it's always the way with these things. We did a rehearsal in the morning on the Thursday, went absolutely fine, completely great, recorded it, lovely. Did it live in the afternoon at 4 o'clock. Internet started breaking, and it's just like, it's just typical that why this happens when you're doing these for live. But anyway, I think 20, wasn't it, Alicia? 20 people stayed until the end. Even though they were having problems, they stayed all the way to the end. Obviously, we were massively apologetic. We sent them. We then actually, Alicia spent a lot of time taking the video and then taking the rehearsal that I'd done and overlapping it with the video, just so they could get it back and they could go onto YouTube and watch our video again and just get the most out of it. But what this episode is about is the trust that's created. So if you think about those 20 clients and a couple of prospects or clients of MIB, okay, they're sold into us. They love what we do. They love the salesperson that's looking after them, and we're doing some business with them. But what just took it over the top was the fact that now the company that I buy my product from are actually helping me. They're taking the time to help me make money out of that product. That's essentially what data's for. It's for those people to do sales and marketing, to make money for their own businesses. And we're actually taking our time to help them achieve the results we're achieving. And what they were saying about it was awesome. I mean, they were staying on. They were saying, yeah, it was bad. The reception was bad and all that sort of thing. And the internet kept dropping out, but it wasn't your fault. These things can't be helped. We still watched at the end. I can't wait to watch the next one. Can you help me with this? What are your thoughts on this? And I'm having conversations now with people that I've never spoken to. They're members of our client base, but I've never spoken to them. And from my point of view, if I can help them get any further, then it's just going to help MIB as a whole company when we release new products, different ranges, different services. These people are really sold into it. And the thing that's brilliant about this is the fact that, and I'm sure you'll be the same if you look into what your competitors are doing. No one's doing this sort of stuff. Because they just haven't got the time. They haven't learned the skills to do it. And Alicia will agree with me now. Getting that webinar set up and getting those emails written, getting them in the right sequence leading up to the webinar took hours of work that we were here after hours sorting it all out, scratching our heads, starting again on certain things. Yes, you could just send one email out and say, we're doing a webinar next Thursday, hope to see you there. But I think your conversion rate is just going to be, we're always talking about email, your conversion rate is just going to be minimal. I think we got like 3 sign-ups on the first email we sent out. So I needed those other 5 to get up to the 26. Now 26 doesn't sound very many. For a first, I think it's brilliant. In 2 years' time, we'll probably be talking about hundreds being on there. We're going to look at Facebook ads, bringing them to it. There are people out there who are really interested in what you can do. So if you or your company, even if you're a salesperson within a team, if you can put something to your manager to say, I really think this would help, I really know what I'm talking about, you know that what I'm talking about. It's not always the owners and directors of companies do this. It's managers, salespeople, all sorts. That's all you need is this sort of thing. You need a camera. In fact, you just do it off your laptop, off here. You set up with like Easy Webinar or GoToWebinar or whatever, and just get it all set up and do it. Do a PowerPoint. We did 41 slides. I can honestly, you always see me on here saying you've got to do this. You've got to do email marketing. It's great. You've got to do AdWords. Do it properly. It's great. This is another one. Get onto the webinars. So far, everything we're doing works. Why I think it works? Because I think we put so much more effort than other people into it, because we want to see it succeed. We've seen it succeed. Now we're just going to get better and better at it. Get onto those webinars. We're going to probably talk about this again and get it refined. Come on to one-on-one webinars. I think the next one we're going to do is on cold calling. I think actually one of our clients who was on the last webinar said they're having problems with cold calling. So, supply and demand. someone's asked us what they want us to do, so we're going to do it. So I'm going to get that written, get that sorted, and then hopefully see you there. If you want to know about these things, you can go on to nick-boddington.com, go to the events tab at the top, and it will show the events that are coming. Go on there as well. You can see these videos. Follow me on Snapchat, Formula XYZ, Facebook, Twitter, and obviously subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on episode 28.